Barcelona's summer transfer window is absolutely exploding. Massive decisions are being made behind the scenes at the Camp Nou as Joan Laporta prepares a new era for the club. One of Barca's brightest young talents, Jofre Torrents, could already leave the club on loan after an injury-hit season, while uncertainty grows around Alejandro Balde and Joao Cancelo's futures. But that's only the beginning. Barcelona are now plotting a shock double Premier League raid with free transfers for Bernardo Silva and Argentine defender Marco Senesi. And then comes the biggest story of all. Julian Alvarez reportedly wants out of Atletico Madrid and dreams of joining Barcelona alongside Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. Could Barca really pull off one of the craziest transfers of the summer despite their financial problems? Stay until the end because this transfer saga is getting completely wild. Barcelona not ruling out loan move for highly rated fullback this summer, report. There is growing uncertainty around the future of Barcelona youth team defender Jofre Torrents, with Sport reporting that the club is not ruling out a loan departure this summer. The young defender was one of the surprise names to impress Hansi Flick during preseason last year. His performances earned him a place around the first-team setup early in the 2025-26 campaign, showing that the coaching staff viewed him as a crucial option for the season. Although opportunities were limited, Torrents still managed to make an important milestone by debuting for Barcelona in Mallorca, a moment seen as a reward for his rise through the youth ranks. A troubled second half of the season. However, the second half of the season became much more difficult for the youngster. This is because an ankle injury disrupted his momentum at the worst possible time and reduced his involvement significantly. In total, he featured for just 111 minutes across 4 matches after returning, though he still managed to leave a strong impression during his start against CD Guadalajara in the Copa del Rey. While Barcelona continued to rate the defender highly despite the setbacks, the club is now carefully analyzing what the next step for his development could be. Uncertainties at left back. Much of the uncertainty surrounding Torrents depends on what happens with Alejandro Balde and Joao Cancelo over the coming weeks. Barcelona are keen to continue with Cancelo after the Portuguese defender became one of the team's most reliable options during the second half of the season. At the same time, Balde's future cannot be considered fully guaranteed. This is because while there are no issues involving the Spanish fullback, Barcelona are understood to be open to listening to offers if a financially attractive proposal arrives this summer. That situation directly affects Torrents' role in the squad. If Balde were to leave, Barcelona may decide to keep the youngster close to the first team to strengthen depth in the position. But if both senior left-backs remain, a temporary loan move could become the preferred solution. Barcelona plotting shock double Premier League raid with 2 free transfers in sight. As Barcelona continue planning their summer rebuild, the club appears to be monitoring the free agent market in an attempt to strengthen the squad without creating additional financial pressure. The latest names being linked with the Catalan side, as reported by El Chiringuito TV, are 2 experienced Premier League players, Bernardo Silva and Marco Senesi. Barcelona's sporting department appreciates both players because they could become available without a transfer fee, something that naturally fits the club's current market strategy. What's the story? Among the 2 names, Senesi's situation appears to be moving faster. The Argentine defender is set to leave Bournemouth when his contract expires this summer, bringing an end to a 4-year spell in England. Despite Bournemouth offering him a renewal proposal after an impressive campaign, the centre-back has decided that the time has come for a new challenge. That decision has alerted several clubs, with Senesi already free to negotiate with interested teams since January. Barcelona's interest in Marco Senesi is very understandable. The club has been looking for a left-footed centre-back for a long time, especially after facing problems in their pursuit of Alessandro Bastoni. Senesi fits the profile Barca want, and the fact that he could arrive for free makes the deal even more attractive considering the club's financial situation. However, signing him will not be easy because Tottenham are also pushing to convince the Argentine defender. Even so, Barcelona remain a very appealing destination for many players, and the chance to wear the Blaugrana shirt could play a huge role in the final decision. At the same time, Bernardo Silva's connection with Barcelona refuses to disappear. Almost every transfer window, the Portuguese midfielder is linked with a move to Camp Nou, and this summer is no different after he was reportedly offered to the club once again. But unlike the defensive area, Barcelona do not currently see midfield as a priority. The squad already has several options in that position, meaning any move for Bernardo Silva would probably depend on other transfer operations being completed first. The club believe they already possess enough depth in those positions, meaning any possible move for the Portuguese will depend heavily on whether other priorities are completed first. If Barcelona managed to resolve their more pressing transfer needs, the possibility of revisiting a move for the Portuguese international could become much more realistic later in the summer. Barcelona top target decides to leave the club this summer, ready to move to Catalonia. Julian Alvarez has once again become a hot topic at Barcelona in the last 12 hours or so, especially after a report yesterday that claimed he is unlikely to renew his contract at Atleti. After a trophyless campaign, it is clear that Alvarez is not happy at Atletico Madrid, much less so with Diego Simeone, who is expected to continue coaching the club for at least another year. Barcelona are ready to pounce on any opportunity to sign the Argentine international, who has been identified as the ideal long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski. Julian Alvarez decides to leave Atletico Madrid. According to another bombshell report from El Chiringuito, it appears Julian Alvarez has decided to leave Atletico Madrid this summer. It appears the former Man City starlet is no longer happy in the Spanish capital and will not renew his contract at the club. Alvarez has his heart set on a move to Barcelona, where he will have the opportunity to lead the front line alongside Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. Negotiations to begin soon. Alvarez's desire to leave Atletico Madrid could go a long way in aiding Barcelona's pursuit, but the job is far from over. El Chiringuito claims before Alvarez confirms his desire to leave Atleti, he and his agent want Barcelona to prove that they are capable of not only signing him but also registering him as part of the first team next season. The Catalans are expected to return to the 1:1 rule this summer, thanks to the departure of Robert Lewandowski, after which negotiations are expected to take place. Barca for now have yet to reach any agreement with Atletico Madrid, which remains steadfast about their hefty valuation for the Argentine star. Barcelona's summer rebuild could completely transform the future of the club. From Jofre Torrent's uncertain future, to the possible arrivals of Bernardo Silva and Marco Senesi, and the dream signing of Julian Alvarez, Barca fans are in for a dramatic transfer window. The big question now is, will Joan Laporta actually manage to bring Julian Alvarez to Camp Nou this summer? Drop your opinion in the comments. Should Barcelona sign Julian Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, or focus on other positions first? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Barcelona transfer news, breaking stories and exclusive updates.